So here we are back again, Paul and Lee, and I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but probably it'll be interesting. Go ahead, Lee.
Okay, Paul. I noticed on Facebook earlier today that there are numerous forest fires going in eastern Ontario, like northern Ontario, northeastern Ontario. We've got, I think if I calculated correctly, it was like 300% increase from this time last year. And I'm wondering, I have read in some books that sometimes anger can cause fires. Do you think that's true?
Well, sometimes guy will go out with some gasoline and a match, but if you mean what our thoughts can do, it wouldn't surprise me.
Right. And like I'm like overly interested in trying to have things as peaceful as possible. That's kind of my nature, I think, and I don't make a very good angry person at all. I don't. And so, um, how can kindness be? And but I want to be able to have healthy debates with people. I want everyone's voice heard. Why is there this seeming lack for me, seeming lack of respect or the need to like, you sometimes wonder. I know there are trolls that get things going and whatnot, but even the troll energy is necessary right now. That pushing of the anger in the some people say there's an ascension process going on. I totally feel that my life's really evolved and changed. Where does that fit into how you feel?
Uh, well, this action's been going on since recorded time when people get into a debate about something. But there's been an escalation and upset. Some pretty good studies indicate that social media is the problem.
Okay.
People get depressed and they get angry as a result of being on social media too much. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but there's a strong indicator. And I've noticed, I've seen, I've seen it too in the last since I've been on it for a few years.
Yes.
It used to be a nice place, and now people just want to push other people's buttons.
Is that I'm looking at it though as everything's in some kind of strange divine order. So is this pushing of buttons necessary right now? Do you think to push us so that the glugla can come out, and then after the glugla comes out, then there's going to be more room for light.
Oh,
Because everybody talks about the evolution, and I know humanity's slow, and it's a strange event that's going on, but at the same time, what is it?
well, in laboratory tests, if you over put too dense a population of rats in a cage, bad things start happening. They start
Excellent.
turning on each other and everything, and we definitely have a population problem.
Well, is it a population problem or a deteriorated society, a deteriorated community problem? If everybody's in their own little box, on their own little thing, instead of like, you and I sitting here next to each other having a conversation, everyone seems that, not everyone, I won't box everybody up, but the silos of, and the cocooning that's taking place. In a sense, that's okay if you're an introvert. It's you can still communicate and you don't have to be in other people's presence. So, but is it how could we rebuild more community? Like, what is healthy community?
Okay, I'll come from that one on the native perspective. The old traditional was put community first. Because without community, when you didn't have a stable community, you didn't have family. You did not have stable family. Okay.
I see.
Next came family, because without a stable family, you didn't have stable individuals.
I see.
Last came the individual. And this society, it's individual first. Totally reversed to our way of doing things in the old days.
Okay.
And when you have the individual first, yeah, everyone wants to be a leader. Everyone wants to have their opinion recognized as the ultimate authority on something.
Right.
See, we've lost that ability to work together. Okay. Now, yeah, in the native society, certainly, the good old boys just sit around and talk and debate for hours on end.
But they would have the talking stick, would they
Yeah,
not?
yeah, they show respect about it.
Yes. Yes.
Now it's everybody wants to just, no, you're wrong.
Okay. And I see that happens a lot on social media from time to time.
Yeah, people aren't working with consensus anymore in view of what's going to be good for the best of all.
Okay.
This is what's happening, and I think that's well, of course, it's something that came over with the European ways.
So consensus is. I read some books years ago. A woman, Anne Wilson Schaaf, and she went around the world and went to many indigenous cultures. And the first book I saw of her was with Native Wisdom for White Minds, and then she wrote a few other books. And it consensus. Sometimes decisions can take years to be made until there's consensus, and that's just the way the process is. And that is not something that goes on very often in the culture that I know.
No.
It's you're supposed to plan your own individual life and do and rise the whatever every. And so how could we transition back into, is there a possible way that we could possibly transition into some form of consensus, do you think?
I can't see how that's going to be done. I really can't. I'm back to my tribalism thing again, the days of tribalism. Um, that was a valid method of running a community.
Okay.
But we're not tribalistic country.
Okay, so we're not a tribalistic country, but we can create within every community. There's little groups, and so if all the little groups could learn, what would be something that could bring all those little groups together to start the process of return to more of a consensus style living? And would that be a good thing to do right now, or are we evolving into something different now?
You might be able to do that in a small way with a few people, but I think this present civilization is going to have to run its course until something big, bad, nasty happens. Things fall apart and it restructures.
Okay, so we've got 300% more forest fires happening right now in our province. Now they're not in Cohill, and I don't smell any smoke, so we're safe. So far, so good. Fires burning, draw nearer, draw nearer.
Whoa, now, even that. If you look at history, every civilization has come to that point of collapse, or being invaded.
Or being invaded. Or have they ever gotten help from extraterrestrials?
Whoa, now that's whoa.
Is that what we need? Do we need like some benevolent intervention?
Well, no, I just meant by the neighboring country, so to speak.
Oh,
If
not
you,
a neighboring civilization out there in.
If you read the Sumerian Codex, which predate Christianity by quite a bit, You'd almost think that we did have extraterrestrial intervention on this planet at one time.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about it.
And many of the native nations believed that there were people from the stars. In fact,
Yes.
there's many stories about interacting with those people. And if you take the Anishinaabe, and this one I don't think is very well known. If you go way, way, way back, the original meaning of Anishinaabe is the weak people from the stars, and that changed over the centuries to its present meaning.
Well, I know in some writings I've read Lee Carroll's work. Cryon talks about the Lemurians coming to Hawaii and then spreading from there. So there's lots of stories about it.
Yeah.
And and what is, if the past, the present, and the future are happening right now, then we're saved and we're about to destroy ourselves in every second, right? Are we not?
Wow, you got me there, Lee.
Okay, Paul.
That's going to take 3 beer and a sedative for me to get around that one.
Well, it's been a fun afternoon. Here we are in downtown Cohill, Ontario.
Cohill, here we
The
are.
happening hamlet itself.
Well, thanks for taking part this afternoon, Lee. It was fun, and we'll have to do this again.
Take care, Paul.
Hey, and until next time, folks, have a great day.